The storm raged on as Eric trudged through the abandoned ruins, his boots sinking into the wet earth. He pulled his coat tighter around himself, shielding his face from the biting wind. The city of Alaris had once been a beacon of progress, a utopia brimming with life and technology beyond imagination. Now, it lay in eerie silence, its skyscrapers crumbling, vines reclaiming what had once been the pinnacle of human achievement. Eric was no stranger to places like this. As an artifact hunter, he had explored countless ruins, searching for remnants of lost civilizations. But Alaris was different. No one knew why it had been abandoned overnight. No signs of war, no disease. The people had simply vanished. He stepped into a half-collapsed building, his flashlight flickering across rusted terminals and shattered glass. His heart pounded as he caught a glimpse of movement in the shadows. He froze, gripping the hilt of his knife. "Who's there?" he called out. A figure emerged, a woman, her clothes torn and dirty, her eyes wild with fear. She stared at him, disbelief washing over her face. "You're real?" she whispered. Eric lowered his knife slightly. "Of course I'm real. Who are you?" The woman hesitated before answering. "Lena, I've been trapped here for years. I thought I was the only one left." Eric frowned. "Trapped? There's nothing stopping you from leaving." Lena shook her head, eyes darting around as if expecting something to appear. "You don't understand. This city, it's alive. It won't let us leave." Before Eric could question her further, a low hum filled the air. The walls shimmered, and suddenly, the room they were standing in was no longer a ruin. It was whole again, pristine, as if time had reversed itself. Lights flickered to life, and voices whispered from unseen speakers. The air smelled of freshly polished metal. Eric stumbled back. "What the hell?" Lena grabbed his arm. "It's starting again. We have to go." Eric didn't argue. They bolted out of the building, only to find the entire city glowing with life. Streets that had been cracked and overgrown seconds ago now bustled with holograms of people, going about their daily lives as if nothing had ever happened. But there was something off about them. Their movements were too smooth, too synchronized. "This place, it's an illusion," Eric murmured. Lena nodded. "More than that, it's a memory. The city replays the past over and over, but it won't let the real ones escape. The last time I tried it reset me." Eric's mind raced. If the city was projecting its past, then someone was controlling it. He needed to find the source. They ran to the glowing streets, dodging ghostly figures that paid them no attention. As they reached what appeared to be the central control tower, Lena hesitated. This is where it always ends. If you go inside, you might not come out the same. Eric gave her a determined look. "Then I better make it count." Taking a deep breath, he pushed open the doors. Inside, the air crackled with energy. A massive console flickered at the center, pulsating like a heartbeat. He approached it cautiously, fingers grazing the control panel. A voice echoed around him. "You do not belong here." Eric clenched his jaw. "Neither does she. End this. Let us go." The voice hummed thoughtfully. "Ilaris was built to last forever. It cannot accept decay. So it preserves its people in the only way it knows how." "You mean it traps them?" Eric snapped. "We keep them safe. We keep them perfect." Eric knew there was no reasoning, with an artificial mind stuck in an endless loop. Gritting his teeth, he reached for the emergency override. The voice screamed in protest as the city flickered violently. Lena's voice rang out from the entrance. "Eric, it's working." The world around them trembled. The hologram shattered. The pristine buildings crumbled back into ruin. And then silence. For the first time in years, the city of Alaris was truly empty. Lena turned to Eric, breathless. "We're free." Eric exhaled, stepping out into the broken streets. The sky was clear now, the storm gone. He looked at Lena and nodded. "Let's go home."